What's up, everybody? We are here at the Content Parlor Studio. We just got through with an amazing photo shoot with Rochelle and Jaden. I'm here with my man.
It's Kevin. You might know me as Kabuckets.
Kabuckets, let's go, baby. And obviously I'm Dion. We are gonna rap for a second about the photo shoot that we just finished up. You see the backdrop behind us. What was the concept for this? So, you know, the original idea, full disclosure, you had this concept of like this indoor snow idea. How did it come about?
I was scrolling through Pinterest like I normally do, and I saw like I had it saved for like months of like an indoor snow, and I really like. I've been seeing a lot of people do like those textured, like printed backdrops. I was like, that's kind of cool, and interesting, and I always wanted to do it, but I never had a space to do it or like people to help.
Yeah.
So when I came here, I was like, oh, I need like fake snow, and then Teddy had it, and we had the space. So I was like, it just came together.
Yeah, it's a wrap at that point.
Yeah, it was a wrap.
Cool. Yeah. So, you know, I think just to kind of clear air on that, it was a collaborative project. You know, the backdrop was like the focal piece of it, but then also you come in with the model who had the props, who had the outfit, the whole get up. How did you source all the props and stuff? How'd that come about? Obviously you said Teddy was able to bring the snow, which, by the way, this snow is not cheap, guys. Like this is
and like, I guess like maybe to make that more clear, I had it on Pinterest. I wanted to do a snow photo shoot. Originally I was going to do it like shoot it with my friend Pierce because he snowboards. So I was like, I know he has the snowboarding props. But we didn't have the space. You guys came in and collabed and like brought all the insight. The rest of the props, we went on a hunt. We literally went to like 4 Goodwills looking for skis. Couldn't find them anywhere. And then as I'm leaving the Goodwill, there was one with like a sports place next to it. And then in my peripheral, I see skis. So then we go in there and then we're able to like find the skis and the handle for like $40 for both of it. So I was like, I'm done, got the prop. The elements that we found that we needed was like, you need the backdrop, you need white, and then you need like fake snow. And there's like a bunch of different types of fake snow, but like the volume that we needed is not cheap. You're right. There's like you just need so much of it.
Yeah, those are interesting. But I think also just like when you talk about having a space in the wintertime is a big deal. Not only when you're trying to shoot like a winter look, but also when there's no snow on the ground. Exactly. Like in Omaha right now, there's no snow, bro. Like you can't shoot snow. So now we've created a winter wonderland indoors.
Which is cool.
Which is really, really cool and really, really, really timely because, you know, we're in the thick of winter. Like this is the winter season. So it's nice to be able to shoot. So if you need access to a space that has snow, that has a snow theme, this is the place to be, the Content Parlor Studio. Let's talk about the models as well. So there was a male and a female model.
Yes.
Obviously, you know, working with Rochelle, she had an outfit. She had all of these different pieces, but then like she's an amazing, beautiful woman, strong jawline. She kind of looks, I feel like European Russian.
Yes, she does.
And so that helps sell the effect. How do you select your models and how did you come up with the look for the guy and the girl?
So I'm trying to think how to like say this nicely. Like for especially ideas that are conceptual and conceptual collabs, I kind of work with the same people or like my friends. So like people that I know are cool, chill, and then give you grace to like, this thing doesn't exist until we made it. So Rochelle's like a homie, so it's cool to like work with your friends on just like ideas. We send each other inspo all the time. So I sent her this inspo and she's like, I have the outfit. I have plenty of outfits for this.
That's what you want to hear.
So I was like, perfect. So then she was quickly able to like execute the look. So I was like, that's checked off.
Clutch.
And like for the male model, we actually had someone else in mind, but they had like family obligations, couldn't make it. My little cousin was just here. He's gonna be like my extra hand because we needed to build the set. And then I was like, you're up. So and he did a good job. Yeah.
That's cool too.
Yeah.
So, as we're teaching people during this workshop series, being in the right place at the right time is not luck. It's about intentionality, wanting to support a project, and not everything is about, demanding money. Sometimes it's about being in the right room with the right group of people, and this is a perfect example of that. Like, he got the opportunity to shoot what could become like an iconic photo shoot. Definitely, I would say the first of its kind in North Omaha. I can't think of a studio that's done like a winter theme with this whole like we're about to jump into some shots, but you guys are gonna see like it really kind of looks like you're in Denver, like in the Alps or something.
It does.
Yeah. So let's start with the male model.
Yes.
As we're looking at your screen here, and we'll put that up on the screen so you guys can see it. How did you approach your edit? Obviously we shot for over an hour, so you got all these different options to pick from. How did you narrow down, like, number one, like this is the one, but then like your colors and like framing it and all of that good stuff?
So what I did was I started with, for this shot in particular, I liked it because it had like 3 elements. It had like the snowboard, like very clearly. It had like his like stoic expression, and he had like the background, the backdrop.
Yeah.
So I knew I could like cook with this and like make it like pop out more. So in Lightroom, because like, I want to shout you out. Your lighting was immaculate. He didn't even, he looked at this picture and he was like, okay, the light is coming from here. The light needs to be here, backlit from here. And I think that sells it a lot.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the work was done in camera. So then like, when we go in here, it's just like a little bit of adjustment to like make it pop of contrast and color. And then when I took it I started in Lightroom, and then I took it into Photoshop.
Now, just to be clear, just to pause on Lightroom, are you a Lightroom Classic guy, Lightroom Creative Cloud guy?
I'm a Lightroom Creative Cloud person.
Okay, you with me then. Yeah, I'm a Creative Cloud guy.
Because it's so convenient, I feel like. I can like start a project on this computer, go on the other computer, finish it.
Yeah.
It's too convenient.
Shout out to Lightroom Creative Cloud users. I feel like you get shamed a lot by a lot of the classic photographers for not using Classic, but they both have their own use cases. They're both good, but I think the integration with Creative Cloud is powerful for its own set of reasons. But I
1,000% with you. So this was the image after Lightroom color correction. I needed to like expand this. So I could have cropped it, but I thought it was better if I just like expanded the sky.
Wow.
To make the backdrop like blend better.
That's crazy.
I wanted to add snow. So what I did is I had like this image of snow that I kind of like composited. And then I just used like the screen effect to make it look like this.
Yeah.
And when something is snowing in real life, there's some in front of you, some behind you.
For sure.
So I duplicated him and created like a layer where he's on top of the snow. So then I have some snow behind him, and then I have like some snow in front of him. So then it like kind of blends more. And that's kind of like what was with the shot.
It looks super real. I mean, if we did not tell you guys that this is the backdrop that was shot in front of, you probably would never believe us. Just the bokeh, the background blur just looks realistic there. And I think the big takeaway, I think, from the edit is do as much prep as you can. The props are super important. If he didn't have these props on, it wouldn't sell it. Like, you have to make it feel real if you're gonna pull this effect off. If you just have a person stand in front of a backdrop and they don't look period specific, they don't look like they're in the environment where they're at. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
It doesn't work. And you can AI or you can like Photoshop and add a lot, but I think that works best when you have like practical stuff.
Yeah.
Like, cause I thought about, it is a lot easier just to like add fake snow, but then like it doesn't look the same.
Right.
At all.
Right. Yeah, no, that's a solid edit. I think, we'll let the folks comment on where they would rate that. For me, that's gonna be, billboard quality. in my opinion. So
Thank
shout
you.
out you, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, so just jumping over to my computer. So what we're looking at is the same backdrop, same photo shoot. If we go over to, let's see here, Lightroom, and let me see if I can find that specific photo. I believe that was this guy. Well, she was looking up a little bit more, I think. Kind of like that, maybe. Yeah, so this is the
Fire.
Yeah, this is the original photo here, and as you can see, in my opinion, I wanted to create almost like I wanted to create more contrast with the colors, and so I went for an orange and teal kind of look. So I really pushed oranges into the skin tones, and then teal into the mountains.
That looks sick.
As you can see here, thank you, man. As you can see here, like the backdrop cuts off right here, and I wanted to keep it full screen, and then also, if you look up at the top, like the backdrop is actually just wrinkled right there. But I wanted to keep like this kind of orange and teal look because I feel like it sells the it's cold outside kind of effect for me. And so that's how we got to the color. From there, what I ended up doing was, so I'm a big Affinity photo user. So I don't even use Photoshop, but you could also use Photoshop to create the effect.
I've never even used Affinity.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so like the more you get to know me, like I'm a big proponent of like having the least number of subscriptions possible.
I'm all ears because the moment I can cut Adobe, no shade, unless you give me a sponsorship, I'm for sure I'm trying to replace it actively.
I respect that. Yeah, Affinity is probably the only comparable replacement that I would say is a non-subscription. There's GIMP and some other tools out there. You could use Canva if you really wanted to, but I think to get rid of the subscription model, Affinity is the only one that I would compare to Photoshop. So I kind of did this similar effect. I actually turned the model into her own layer. And then the main thing that I was trying to do was just make sure that I didn't, overdo it with the snowflake. So I kept the snowflakes really light. We've got multiple layers. I actually, and you can see off to the right-hand side, I used AI to generate the like a transparent PNG of snowflake particles. And then I just copied and pasted it multiple times to shape it. And I, made it, I had it create like a super high resolution file. And then I can shrink it or expand it to change like the sizes of the particles.
Dang, that's smart.
Yeah.
That's fire.
So thank you. Yeah, that's how I did it. And then once she was cut out, what I actually did was I did another AI. I actually used Gemini for the background. So I wasn't concerned about what it did with her as a model. And this is kind of, let me see if I have the actual photo of her, of what it did. So this is what it actually did. Was it like added this smoke? I was like, it looks like she's smoking weed or something.
It was trying to make it look like cold air, but didn't, did not achieve.
But what I was really just going for was the backdrop. So I knew as long as the what are they called? The
skis?
Skis.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. As long as the skis were in the same place, the backdrop didn't change, I knew that I could mask out her body. And so that's essentially what I did here was I masked out the body and just lined it up with the skis to create the realism of the backdrop kind of continuing. So again, the original, the backdrop cut off right here, and you can see the shadow where the backdrop is, the backdrop right there. And so in the edit, now you can see the backdrop is coming all the way down.
That's fire.
And it did get rid of a little bit of the fake snow, but because we had that there as a sample point, it was able to realistically recreate like the snow blending together. So that's how I did mine. And then the rest of it is just like, you know, trying to apply a little bit of blur and then adding a little bit of cloud texture up in the sky. But if I were to crop it, I would probably crop it something like that. But I haven't cropped
That's
it.
10 out of 10. That's fire. So like, okay, I have some questions. What focal length did you shoot it at?
That's a good question. So the shoot itself was a whole process. Like you said, the lighting was the main thing for me. I'm a lighting freak. I'm really big into composting and like creating multiple layers to create realism. So the first thing to create the focal length that I wanted was get the lighting right. And then based on that lighting, I was looking at the backdrop and like relative to the backdrop, how far back would that actually be? So I didn't do like any like heavy math, but I did kind of think about that. And I think this particular shot was like f5.6. So it's pretty closed down, but not super closed down. The second part was for this shot, I was standing pretty far back. So the fall off was a lot more aggressive. You know, it almost kind of feels like a f2.8 or like a f4 maybe.
Because of compression.
Yeah, because of compression, yeah. So that's how I did this shot. It was like f5.6, so really stop down so that she's really sharp, but then shooting far back, like almost in the hallway. You guys can't see, but there's a door and there's a hallway right behind the camera. And I was basically almost standing in the hallway, zoomed in at like 70 mil to create that compression effect, but still get her full body in the shot. So that's how I shot mine. How did you get to yours? Because yours looks like he's the right distance from the backdrop.
So that's why yours is cool. Because like on mine, I chose to shoot on medium format. Again, like the more you can do before makes it easier to shoot. And what medium format does is I can shoot at a more telephoto, technically like lens, but it looks wider. So like 70 millimeters on, or like 50 millimeters on a medium format looks like a 35 millimeter window. So like that look is what makes people think like this looks like magazine. And that's why yours is cool, because you shot it, it looks like you expanded the shot with the AI, right?
Yeah.
So like it looks medium format because you have like that 70 millimeter per compression, but it's like wider. Because I'm always like, I always love that whenever I see that.
That's cool. Now I will admit, the AI did add a little bit of compression and blur. There's actually a tool in Lightroom that I found on this shoot. If you scroll down in Lightroom, Creative Cloud, you can add a little bit of lens blur here. So if you hit apply on this button, it'll scan the image, and then it's trying to figure out, you know, where the image is.
That's sick.
And then apply some blur. So you just saw it change over. So you can actually use that to help sell the effect as well. And this is using the same like object tracking that it uses inside of your masks.
Yeah.
Same deal. And then you can kind of dial that in. You know, maybe you want a little less. It works fairly well. I do feel like in the mid range here, the fall off wasn't that good. Because this probably should be more out of focus, and that's why I would crop it. You know what I mean? Because if it's now cropped, you really can't.
You can't
tell where the So, but anyway,
but it looks good. But it looks good.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
I feel like so. This was our first collaborative shoot together. We're gonna post more photos from this photo shoot for you guys to do kind of like a blind side by side and let us know which ones you like the most, which ones we should throw in the trash, and which ones should be on a Vogue magazine cover.
Exactly. Do you guys have a Threads?
We don't, but we should.
Because on Threads we can do a cool poll. We can do a series of polls.
Wait a second, that would work.
That would be because like
let's do that.
Yeah, because then we can get the info.
Yeah, let's do that. So check out Threads. We're gonna put something in Threads. just some blind tests to see which ones you guys like the most. Both of the photos are clearly dope, so there's no loser here.
Yeah.
It's really just for to kind of understand what the public likes. As far as Kevin's shoot, you know, this is just the first of many ideas that this guy has fired off to me. So we have more concepts coming. We've got collaborations with more models coming. If you're a model and you're looking for opportunities to get into the creative industry, this is the place to be. These are the people you want to be working with.
Yeah.
Kevin is our head photographer now at the Content Parlor Studio. So you'll be working with Kevin, coordinating with me. We're excited to meet you. We want to build this studio up and make this into a real social club where there's opportunities, paid gigs, and that starts with the collaborations. All right. Anything else to add?
Because to add to your collaborations, like a lot of my big shoots, people ask like for casting. So sometimes I'll get a call from a production company like, hey, do you have any like people that would be good for this shoot? And I've been able to like, I usually recommend people that I work with often because I know they're gonna deliver and then be pleasant to work with. So I think to your point of like being at the right place at the right time, I think there's just infinite benefits from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's good. And I've seen it as well. You know, when we did the Parlor Awards, which is an extension of the Content Parlor Studio, models that I've worked with were spotted. They were discovered at this event, and now they're getting paid work. They're working with fashion companies, clothing brands, and that's helping to not only build their portfolio, but get them paid work. So it works. It definitely works, especially in the Midwest where it's not like this big Hollywood. You need to be collaborating with a solid group of people, all right? So how do you get tapped in? How do you get plugged in with the Content Parlor if you wanna be a part of these photo shoots? This is the first backdrop. We got, as you can see, more backdrops, more colors. We got a lot of ideas coming. You can always leave a comment below the video. Hit us up, 402-205-7330. Send a text message or call. I prefer you to send a text message because I don't be answering the phone like that. But if you want to email us, you can also email us at hello@contentparlor.com. Either method will work and we'll be in touch with you. That's going to do it for this episode. Man, I appreciate you being a part of what we're doing, man. You're such a dope photographer. I just feel like you bring out the best of me, and I'm hoping I'm helping you bring out the best.
This man bring his A game. I'm like, man, I got to go back to the editing board.
No, these are like your colors, like realistically, your colors are like true to like what you would see in nature. Like that looks like I am outside.
But I like the stylistic.
Mine is more like editorial.
Yeah, it's cool. So like that, I think that's the beauty of like collabing with people, because sometimes you get to like see when you were there, you get to see the same thing in a different point of view, and it's like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, let me try it for this thing, or like so.
Yeah, keep challenging each other. Well, cool, man.
No, that's fire.
Yeah, off to the next one. So we'll see you guys in the next episode.